Okay, guys, so now previously we have already completed step 1 and step 2. Step 1 is how to actually input the tables, right? You remember that? Let me just go back. So the step 1 is actually how to input this table. We have already inputted. And then the next one is how to answer these questions. We have already answered questions from A, B to C, right? So now let us see how we can answer questions from D to G, okay? So in the first question, we have been asked to compute the average amount of the sales transaction, okay? So for each transaction, we need to compute actually the total sales, and then we need to compute the average, okay? So that means, so the quantity is from the sales inventory table, and the price is from the inventory table. So we need to bring these two tables together, and then we need to compute the total sales first, okay? So that means for each sales transaction, for this one, for the 10 transactions, we'll have the total sales. Then we can compute the average later, okay? So what we are going to do is to answer D, come to create query, and then choose make table. And then let us rename this table as total invoice, okay? Total invoice table, okay? Okay, now let us rename this one. This one is make total invoice. It is a query, right? Let us make it query. It is not a table, it's a query. So as you can see here, it is a special one, okay? It's not like the previous one, because we choose the make table, okay? We are going to create a new table, okay? So now let us bring our data. So this one and this one, okay? So obviously we need this information. We need this information. Item is optional, but you can bring it. Obviously quantity is necessary. The unit price is necessary because we are going to compute total sales. Total sales equals quantity plus unit price times unit price. Now let us compute here total sales. So quantity unit price, okay? Oh, okay, good. The reason is that I forgot to put this one here. Let us check. I think now it is everything is good. Okay. So now let us create a new table, which is for the total invoices, okay? So click here. So it says actually we're going to create 10 rows as a new table, okay, for the 10 invoices. So click yes. So a new table is already created here. So let us open it. So as you can see here, a total sales column, and this one is created as a new one, okay? So that's a good one. So now we have already created this one. So you can screenshot this one if you like, okay? So let us close this one, yes. Now we have not yet answered, by the way, question D, okay? So question D says the average sale, right? Sales transaction. So now we come back to create again, query design, and this one is D, okay? So just bring this one, and then bring the total sales, okay? And then here come to totals, and then this one should be the average, okay? So run. So this is the average sales amount, okay? The average sales transaction amount, okay? 1,152.2, okay? So this is our query, and this is our query result, okay? So we are done for D, okay? Good. So now let us go back to E. So what is E? So we have already completed D. So let us see E. So for E, we have been asked to compute the salesperson, the person with the largest sales, right? So the salesperson information will come from the sales table, and the total sales information will come from this one, the total invoice table. So let us create a new table now. Come to create query, and then make table. We need to create a new table. Let us rename this one as total sales. Okay. And let us rename this one make total sales query. So as you can see here, it is already here. Okay, good one. So after this, what we are going to do is, let us bring this one, okay, and let us compute the totals. Okay, so this one should be the sum. What is the sum? Okay, so run. So let us run now. So let us see. So, oh, okay. So we forgot actually to create this one. We need to bring the total invoices, okay, group by, and then this one should be the sum. Okay, now let us go back to again. Okay, so yes, now should be okay. Yes, so we are actually planning to create a total sales table. So we have created now, okay. So originally we forgot to include the sales invoice, and it gives us only the total sales amount, only one figure, okay, one row. Okay, so this is actually how to make the total sales. So after we create a total sales, now let us go back to answering question E. Okay, so come to E, query design. And what we are going to do is we need to bring the total sales. We need to bring, I think the question says who has the largest sales, right? So it is related to the salesperson. So we need a salesperson information. So the salesperson information will come from the sales table. Okay, so let us bring salesperson. So we bring the sum of total sales, and then we bring the salesperson, and then we come to here, query design, the totals, and then this one should be the maximum, okay? So this one should be the maximum because we have been asked to compute the person with the largest sales, okay? Okay, now let us go back here. So click run. So as you can see here, night has actually the largest sales, okay? Night has the largest sales. So in other words, if I, for example, group this one, let me group it, I'll come back. The answer is actual maximum, but as you can see here, there are two salespersons. So this guy, Night and Back, okay? So Night has the largest sale basically, okay? But since we have been asked to compute only the largest sales, so what we are going to do, this one should be the maximum, this one should be the maximum. So the answer is this one, okay? So now we have answered already E, okay? So which is Night 4,300, 4,394, okay? So the next part is actually how many units of each product were sold, okay? So we are talking about the quantity, okay? So the quantity information will come from the sales inventory table, okay? We need the description for each product. So after that, we need to basically sum it, okay? The reason is that here we have been asked how many units, right? So how we can answer it, let us come back here. Okay, good. So this one is E. Okay, so the next one is F. So come to create query, and this one is F. Okay, so what we are going to do is, let me go back to the question. How many of each product are sold, right? So inventory, sales inventory table will be required. Okay, so we need the descriptions, and then we need the quantity. So after that, I'll click on total here, and then you need to choose, this one should be the sums. We have been asked to compute how many sales for each needs, okay? And then I'll run it. As you can see here, these units are actually sold by the company, but it seems that it's not in descending or ascending order, right? Let us make it more interesting. So come to sort here, and then choose descending. Now it looks good actually, okay? 64431, okay? It is in descending order, okay? By the way, if you want, you can add items here, but It's not really necessary, okay? So this is the answer for F, okay? Now let us close F. Okay, so now the next part is actually which product were sold most frequently, okay? Okay, good. So what we're going to do is which products are sold most frequently, so which is G. So come to create query, and this one is G. Okay, so where we get the information again from sales inventory and from inventory tables, right? Obviously we need the descriptions, right? We need the descriptions and we need the items. Okay, so now after that we need to click on totals, and then this one should be count. We need to count it. If you remember in F, this one was the sum because we have been asked. Let me just go back. Okay, here we have been asked how many is. Okay, we need to sum it. Okay, we need to sum. But in this case, we have been asked about frequency. If it is frequency, then you need to choose count. Okay, so after this, just run. Okay, oh, by the way, here, let us put it in descending order. Okay, so just similar to the previous one, come to here, descending order. Let us run it. Okay, so as you can see here, so the item which is most frequently sold is actually television, okay, 3. And the least sold product, the least frequently sold product is the range, okay. So that means, which is similar to this one, okay. So we have actually completed our MS Access software, and we have already completed this answer, okay, not this question, okay. So this is all about MS Access. So we have officially completed MS Access. There is one probably one tip related to your lab report. So for your lab report, I need this software, okay? I need the software set, this one. I want to see these all things. And I want to see also the screenshots. That means you are going to submit this document, the screenshots of your query. For example, let us say this is your lab report, okay? So let us say your name is Abe, something like that, okay? And then this one should be lab report 2, right? And then for question A, there will be query. For question B, there will be query result, right? The same thing for A, B, C, D up to G. You have to screenshot A, B, okay? So now you come here, for example, for A, click here. So this is a query. Let us make it, don't make it too large. So make it too small. Yeah, let us make it like this. So screenshot it. Let us screenshot this one. Okay, so this is a query. And then the query result is this one, okay? When you run it, you'll find this one, right? The query result. Okay, so the query result is this one. So you are done for A, okay? So same thing for B, okay? You will come here, B, query, and then query result, okay? So you copy paste for B, and then the query result, you will paste it here, okay? So the same thing for all questions. So after you complete it, you save this document. So I need this Word document, the screenshots, plus I need the software itself, this one. Let us assume this software is this one, okay? Let us assume this is actually your software. So you are going to submit to module this software, and then this document, the lab report document, this document. Okay, good. So this is all about MS Access. So if you have any questions, you can send me email, okay? Excellent.